It's time for another episode of The Oil Stream with Dustin Nielsen and Tom Gazzola, presented by Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen.
Well, happy Saturday, everyone, and welcome to a weekend episode of The Oil Stream. Nielsen and Gazzola, once again, brought to you by our great partners at Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. And I do have a note from Popeye's, August 26th, Tommy, which is next Friday. Yeah. Brand new location opening, James Mowat Trail 2818 down in Heritage Valley. So you can almost get to it if you just take the highway down and then take a right, I think, on like 41st or something. You'll loop right around there. So they're continuing to migrate south, and the brand new location open to the public next Friday, my man.
Dusty, I didn't even know that area of our city existed until now, and I'm very excited. They're off to a great start, that community is, because it has a Popeyes. So very cool to see.
Yeah, I don't want to, throw slander towards any other communities in the city, but you really can't be taken seriously until you've got a Popeyes at least within walking distance or reasonably priced delivery fee on Skip the Dishes or something like that. So congratulations, South Edmonton. You've made it. That's big news.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So celebrate next Friday. Swing on down there and pick it up once again. 2818 James Mowat Trail. And then they've got the other new location coming at West Edmonton Mall right away as well. We'll get to your Boston Pizza Appetizer a little bit later on. More details, obviously, and what we're going to be doing on Wednesday as well. And we'll get to some Kadri stuff and some Kane speculation then as well. Tommy, you were doing my show, I guess it was yesterday. I feel like it's Sunday to me because I usually don't get home to Sunday. I got home today, literally came right downstairs, fired up an Oil Stream. So it was yesterday. You filled in for me, and it looked like a great turnout to show support on the passing of Ben Stelter. And, as emotional as it was to see that procession go by Rogers Place, I think for the family, they had to once again realize how special he was.
Yeah, and captured the hearts of the entire city, the hockey world. Dusty, the procession and the people that lined 104th Avenue underneath Ford Hall. I saw some video. A friend of mine who's from Vancouver, I don't know if she came to town to visit family or what, but she went down there and she was posting about it. And from the video I saw, like, really well done. They were playing La Bamba as the hearse was going by. So kudos to everybody involved, the organizers, the planning of all of that on a very tough day, a hard day, a sad day, and to have a moment like that, that's special for a special young man. Very well done.
Once again, rest in peace to little Benny. Always will be remembered here in Edmonton, and I'm sure we'll get more details on how he'll be honored moving forward over the next month or so. If you're watching on the live stream, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Just search The Oil Stream on all of your podcasting platforms, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Play, wherever you get them. And if you're watching on Twitter right now, just know that you can also find it on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search Nielsen Media and Entertainment Oil Stream, and you'll be able to find it there. You can ask any questions you want as well by just hopping in to the comments section. Let's get to your Boston Pizza Appetizer. Biggest story of the day for us. And of course, the patio is open. Maybe we'll dabble in the patio a little bit ourselves when we get to Capilano. That's where we're going to be on Wednesday, the first ever live episode on location of the Oil Stream. Capilano, Boston Pizza location. First 10 people who come by and say, hey, Dusty, give me the goods. You don't have to say it creepy. Eh? We don't have to.
Why not?
You can just come up and say, hi, Dustin. Please give me the goods. The first 10 people, I'll hook up a little beverage. And Tommy, I might even get you a beverage as well.
Thank you, Dusty, as your co-host on this show. I appreciate that very much.
Oh, you still have to say, give me the goods. Don't think for a second you're just going to get one just because.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, ground rules have been set. But, I mean, if I really need to, I can get my own libation, and I will. I love this, and I highly encourage anybody who is going to stop by and join us to whisper delicately, give me the goods into your ear, because I want it to be uber creepy for you.
You know what? I do like that idea as well. Coming up and kind of like tap me on the shoulder, pull me in a little bit and go, hey, Dusty, give me the goods.
Yeah.
Look, let's just hope somebody shows up. That would be great.
Yes.
It's our first one. It's the middle of the summer. Look at the attendance for the World Juniors. We might be able to outdraw a couple of those games. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I do promise it'll be more entertaining for the most part. So we'll have that for you. We'll have that for you on Wednesday, the 24th, high noon, live on location at the Capilano Boston Pizza. As for your appetizer today, Tommy, I thought we squashed this Pat Kane thing like 4 weeks ago, yet the speculation just won't go away. I saw, we've talked about it before. We've labeled it Bobsteria, especially in the offseason. Shout out to Stoff. Somebody said, I heard Gene talk about it on Bob's show. And then Gregor wrote an entire article with like a fake conversation between Kane and Keith and salary moving from the Coyotes and then Puljujarvi at a first and a second going out for Patty Kane. I'll share my thoughts on it in just a second, but what is going on here right now, Gazzola?
All right. It's hilarious. It's clearly the middle of the off season. This is what's going on is basically, internally they've talked, what about Patrick Kane? That has happened, but it was just theories. It's like, well, if he becomes available, would we consider him? Yes. What would it take to get him? Just stuff like that. Like they haven't.
So just like the rest of us.
Yeah. They're just like, hey, what if we went after him if he was available? That has happened within hockey ops with the Oilers, but it's not like it's happening. Who knows if Patrick Kane at any point would even want to come here? And then so, our good friend Bob likes to always discuss the team. He has a show from noon to 2 every day that he has to fill. So when he has discussions and goes, well, what have you guys been talking about? And then people allow him to know what's been discussed. He takes that and then he turns it into content for his show. And then now all of a sudden we've got this loop that never ends and it comes back to us. And then we have theories and we're moving money through Arizona evidently. And then people are texting into your show when I'm hosting it, saying, Tommy, what about Bob talking about Patrick Kane? And it's just like, oh my God. I said it on your show yesterday. I was like, listen, I just think that's Bob. He had a chat somewhere and he's trying to fill time on his show because these are the toughest shows to fill.
Yes, they
when
are.
It's the middle of the summer. And basically that's where this discussion comes from. Have they talked to Chicago about a move? Doesn't sound like it. It's just them going, hey, what about Patrick Kane? And then, so today I was told, they've discussed theories about it, but that's about it.
Can I throw something out there right now? And that's going to be the fact that if this is a team that is going to have to be forced to get creative with moving money here and moving money there and giving up high picks, if you're going to do that, do it to improve your blue line. Like, I can't imagine a world where we look at the Oilers and go, man, you know what those guys need? They need more help scoring. Like, they're fine. They're going to be okay. Connor McDavid is going to have 135 bloody points this year, and Evander Kane's going to score 40 goals, and Draisaitl's probably going to go off for at least 50-50, if not more, and Zach Hyman and the Nuge and Yamamoto, Pat Kane's obviously phenomenal. I get it.
Yes. Yeah, he is.
But if this team is going to get to another level, you need to continue to improve your blue line. So if you're going to work a three-way trade and bring in the Coyotes and move this guy here and move this guy here and add Pat Kane and you're still rolling out a third pair that you don't even really want to play, what are we even doing here? Doesn't make sense.
Whoa, you need to stop right now because you're using logic, reason, and common sense. Excuse me, Dustin.
I'm the logic maker. That's what just happened here. That's what I just laid out. If you're going to get creative to improve your blue line. You've got Darnell Nurse, Kulak, and a rookie on the left side. You don't even have a guy that you would classify as a seventh defenseman that you'd actually be confident in. So there's other things to take care of as opposed to trading away the future for more scoring on a team that's deadly. You had a guy on one bloody leg set a NHL record for points in a series in the postseason. You don't need more offense. God. And I know it's a lot sexier talking about Patty Kane as opposed to Carson Soucy or something like that. But my goodness. It just doesn't make sense to me, man.
You sound like a guy who had a delayed flight and then got stuck in traffic on the Henday coming home.
Oh, is it that apparent? Is it that apparent? I get on my first flight in Regina today, not to get too carried away. We get on the plane on time. I'm like, damn it, things are moving along nicely. When we're supposed to be like pushing back, they're like, sorry, Calgary's told us we can't take off until 8:15. It's 7:20 at this point. We sat there. I finished watching the Manti Te'o documentary, which is just crazy if you haven't watched it yet. My goodness. And then I was just like, well, now I'm going to miss my connection in Calgary. Then the Calgary one gets pushed back because apparently Calgary only has one of their 2 runways operating today, which makes no sense to me on a Saturday. And then I get home and I'm driving back and the damn bridge construction on the southwest leg of the Henday was underway, and it took me another 20 minutes to get home. And they don't need any more scoring. They need a defenseman, damn it. That's your Boston Pizza appetizer. Yes.
Serenity now.
Hey, join us at Boston Pizza, Capilano location on Wednesday, August 24th at noon. First 10 people to say, Dusty, give me the goods. If you're willing to come that close to me, I'll hook you up with a beverage at lunchtime.
Right there. In his ear.
That's your appetizer today. All right. Since we last had an episode of the Oil Stream, the Calgary Flames going out and landing Nazem Kadri, moving a first rounder, a conditional first, which obviously they had an extra one kicking around, with Sean Monahan out to Montreal to clear things up there. And it was funny because I guess it happened Thursday as I was driving to the airport because I was listening to Low Tide and JMO go back and forth on it. And I guess the reaction to the old James H. Brown inbox over in 1260 was pretty fired up. You would have had that Friday morning as well. Let's just start with this, Tommy. What's the general consensus in Edmonton that you've seen so far on what a Kadri deal means to the division?
Well, the people that don't just want to see the Flames suck so hard actually appreciate this move and think that Calgary did pretty good. I think the Calgary Flames have done a really good job filling holes that were created by the loss of Monahan now, and then Gaudreau as well as Tkachuk. So to me, this is a good move. The team's a little bit different looking, a little bit bigger, obviously, still very skilled. I don't know if Kadri's going to be an 85-point guy again. He should have every opportunity to be, but this was a very good move and a nice signing by Brad Treliving. To me, I think it makes the Battle of Alberta better. I'm glad that there's going to be better competition in the Pacific Division, because if you aim low and achieve, I mean, when you start playing the big boys in the Western Conference in the playoffs and all you're used to playing against is crappy Pacific Division teams, that could be a detriment. So this is good. This is good for the Battle of Alberta. And I know there's Oilers fans out there that are like, God damn, the Flames. Oh, I don't want to see them have success. Screw them. But on the other hand, we're going to have some good games, and we could see round 2 of the modern edition of the Battle of Alberta in the postseason potentially. Yeah,
I'd pretty much predict that right now with the way the rest of the Pacific looks. I mean, I know we got a long way to go and injuries can happen everywhere and things like that. But if we're giving our official predictions today, I would think we probably get another Battle of Alberta in the postseason. Though the one area where it is kind of intriguing to me, and Kadri's a very good player. He also had an amazing season at exactly the right time for him, which kudos to you. I mean, when these guys can cash in on their contract year, I'm either like, you're a sandbagger and you haven't been trying as hard as you possibly can, or you just stepped up at the right time. And maybe that's what he was able to do. But if you're Calgary and you're a Sutter-built team, I mean, what you've done this year so far in this offseason, and it's been pretty impressive. You've improved your blue line with what they've done there, and I know he's not locked up long-term yet, but their blue line is better than it was. Huberdeau is obviously an amazing offensive talent, but you bring in a guy like Kadri and you combine him with what else you've got going down the middle. And if you're Calgary, if you're going to have any success against a McDavid and Draisaitl constructed team, you need to be extremely deep down the middle, and I'll give them credit. As far as top 3 centers go, that's a really nice group that Calgary's got.
Yes, they do. I mean, they're a deep team. Does it have its flaws, that team? Yeah, sure. Were they exposed in the playoffs? Yes, but I'm sure they're going to try to work to fix those, just like Edmonton will with its team. But this is still a strong team. I thought that maybe even if they didn't land Kadri, they still would have been pretty damn good. Maybe a small step back, but now I fully expect them to be right there competing for top spot in the Pacific.
All right, before we wrap up, I mean, all these people who've been talking about Actually, we're not going to have time for the Fogel haters today.
Oh, no.
No, I don't think we're going to have time. It's a Saturday. We're busy. You've got some World Junior stuff to get to a little bit later on. So all you Fogel haters out there, you're going to have to wait. But we're coming for you. See, you better hope that it's not on a day when I get stuck on the hen day after having my flight pushed back, because I'll say some mean things. Oh, but I do want to check in on Tommy. Are you just wearing a plain white hat? Or what's on that hat? I can barely see. What is that?
This is a Ross Flats Edmonton baseball team, 1914. They were called the Eskimos. I know that's not a term we use very often around here, but it's like a white on white. It was different
over 100 years ago, buddy. That's all right.
It was. Yeah. It really was. But yeah, it's a white on white, and Reed Clark hooked it up. So I like this hat, but the light kind of, you can't really see the E. It's a really nice logo. Cool hat. I wanted to wear it.
I thought you were pulling off the old all white hat look. I was very impressed, buddy.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, very nice. All right, buddy, you have fun with the World Juniors. I'll see you a little bit later on tonight. A few of the staff getting together, so that should be nice. That'll be a good time. I very much look forward to that. And then we will be in person for our next episode of the Oil Stream. Make sure you come join us. Capilano Boston Pizza, first ever live on location for the Oil Stream. First of many with our partners at Boston Pizza. And once again, our presenting sponsor, Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen, on August 26th. We'll talk about this again next week on the Oil Stream, but August 26th, 2818 James Mowat Trail. That is where you'll be able to find the newest location of Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen. They are essentially like the Sean Kemp of fast food joints. They just keep having things pop up all over the place, and it's very, very impressive. Weird reference to wrap up the Oil Stream today, but hey, celebrate by picking up some of those delicious Popeyes nuggets.
Hashtag influencers, because that's what we are. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And gosh darn it, smash that thumbs up button, will ya?
See you later, buddy.